And with us now to preview tonight's third debate is author of My Underground American Dream, Julissa Arce. So I want to ask you this. We were watching the piece there, and you kind of saw your face. You made a face when you heard that. He said, look, Democratic voters seem to want someone that is a male, a white male specifically, not a minority, not a woman. What do you think about that when you hear that?
Yeah, I think a lot of that ignores the changing of the electorate as well. I mean, the electorate is also becoming more female, and it's becoming more people of color that are going out to vote. I mean, if you look at the 2018 midterm election results, we elected the most diverse House of Representatives ever in the history of the United States, including more women, including more minorities. And so I think that some of this data doesn't really take into account the fact that the electorate itself is also changing.
I know you're going to rush out and continue watching the debate right now after this interview. What are some topics you're really wanting those candidates to touch on this evening?
Yeah, I think that there are three really big issues that I would like them to touch on. One of them, of course, being the economy, and specifically around the tariffs with the Trump tariffs, because that has really affected Californians, especially with so many of those tariffs. So I'm looking forward to the candidates really addressing not only how they're going to reverse those tariffs, but what they plan on doing to grow the economy. So that's one. The second, of course, it's climate change, which in California we're all very concerned about. We're all seeing fire season go on longer and longer, the hottest summer we've ever seen. So climate change is a real issue that affects Californians every single day. And the third issue for me that I really want them to address is immigration. And immigration has been on the center stage at the past two debates, but I hope that the conversation continues and that some of the recent happenings with immigration are addressed. For example, how the Supreme Court ruled that that Trump could deny asylum to people. Before it was they could apply for asylum. Now it's they have to apply for asylum in a third country before they can apply for asylum in the U.S. And so I hope that they address that
we have to
as well.
Mention that recent polls are showing Democratic voters are really wanting to find somebody to beat Trump, right? Should they be focusing so much, though, on electability, or really just trying to find a character that a candidate they truly love and support?
Yeah, I think we are too focused for the wrong reasons on electability. I mean, kind of what we were talking about at the beginning, right? The fact that there are more women and more people of color who are voting. But also this issue of electability, this election is going to be an election of margins. And anyone, well, not anyone, most of the 10 candidates on the stage tonight are able to, are going to be able to capture those margins with the right messaging, with the right strategy, and the right vision for the country. So I'm not so concerned about electability as much as I'm concerned about having the right candidate.
A lot to watch out for tonight. Thank you so much. And join us at 8 to find out what our panel of undecided voters have to think about all of this.